Alright, I'm back. I'm going to go over some video effects, but I want to mention something that's probably worth mentioning really quick. Final Cut came out with a brand new version in the middle of this tutorial, but I went back and I looked at my videos from before. The changes that were made have nothing to do with those videos, so if you were watching my 10.4.4 videos, you're absolutely going to be fine. They're going to work on the 10.4.5, so no worries, go ahead and do that update. There were a few features. Let's take a peek at what those are. Let's go right over here to what's new in Final Cut Pro X. Workflow extensions, some batch shares, some video noise reduction. Nice, I've been using a different tool for that, but I'm going to try that one out at some point. Some timecode window, that's kind of cool. Might be nice to have that. Anyway, if you want a complete list, you can always click right there and get that. In the meantime, let's talk about video effects. And what are video effects? Video effects are basically anything that can color or blur or change the composition of your video. Final Cut comes with a bunch of them pre-installed. You can buy add-ons, you can create them in Motion if you would like. There's a lot of ways to do this as you learn and you progress and you become a more proficient user of Final Cut. In the meantime though, let's look at some of the ones that are here, how they work, how you might use them. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and select this clip, and the video effects are right here. These are transitions. I haven't gone over that yet, so stay around for that video as well. So go to the effects, and if you go in here and you click all, they're all going to be right here. I actually have a few of these that are preloaded from some software that I purchased a while back. So I'm going to try not to pay attention to those, and I think I know which ones are the ones that are preloaded on here. So let's look at basics. And under basics, there's a bunch of them in here that you can scroll through. The cool thing about this, and I really like this, I'm not sure other nonlinear editors are doing this, but for sure FCPX is on the ball here. I can take a preview of this without ever loading the effect. And so I can just hover over this and move back and forth. And you can see there that this is a crisp contrast effect. So this is what it looks like without it. I'm going to put my cursor over it, and there we go. Okay, and that looks kind of cool. And the cool thing, another cool thing about these effects is that you can most of the time adjust them to add more of it or less of it. So let me show you what I'm talking about. I'm going to grab this crisp contrast. I'm going to drag it right into this clip, and I'm going to drop it off. And dropped it in there, and immediately it changed. Okay, so watch. I can go up here into the inspector, and I can just click this button and turn it off. So that's what it looked like before. This is what it looks like now. And so that's kind of a neat look. I can also back it off a little bit with the opacity. Take it where it's all the way down, where it's not even there at all, and then slowly add in a little bit of contrast where I want it added. Pretty handy, I think. Another cool thing, you know what, I'm going to mention this really quick. You could actually, add several of these effects at the same time if you wanted to, so be careful with that. I'll show you a little example of what I'm talking about. Say that we have this crisp contrast, and then we can add in this hard light, and then we add in threshold. It gets pretty crazy looking, so we could turn it off. The good news is we could always just click on any of these in the inspector, hit the delete button, and they're gone for good. We want them, we just go in, drag them back in again. Pretty simple. That I also want to mention is you can add in some blurs, Gaussian blur. Let's drag that in. Let's see if maybe for some reason we want a Gaussian blur. We can really crank that up, or we can drop it all the way off. We can change the horizontal or the vertical, the blur boost. Apparently there's really just basically nothing at that point. So yeah, there might be a reason that you might want to blur in, maybe have it start blurred and then it kind of comes in to focus, like to kind of do a fake focus pull. I'm gonna go ahead and delete that for now. They're just there. You just use them. You can use them how you want. There's going to be here's some colors. We can go right down here and we can look at colorize. Let's drop that in. Wow, that looks pretty wild. And so you could change these up however you wanted. I don't know why you would want this, but if you did, it's there. Maybe it's probably a reason. Change the intensity, really crank it in there. Maybe you want some comic book looking thing or something. I'm not really sure, but it's there. It's usable, and basically they're nested right over here. You drag them in, you drop them off, you change them up as you want. Oh, there was one reason you might want a black and white. That could be neat looking. Again, even on this one. You can kind of choose what the base color is that they're going to judge this off of. You can change the amount. Maybe there's nothing to a lot. Yeah, again, a lot of these are not going to be something that you're gonna want to do as a beginner probably much, and but I just wanted you to be aware of where they're at, how they work, that they're adjustable, and yeah, that's basically it for this lesson. I know it was a short one, but it was worth knowing, I think. So stick around for the next one where I want to talk about a little bit of sound.